Hey Wambog World Entertainment, and it looks like Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy has finally come out and actually started speaking about Star Wars again. Yeah, I said it in one of the last videos about her that she just seemed to have vanished. She was nowhere to be seen out there to talk about this new movie. But now she is. And it's everything you don't want to hear. It's also everything you fully expect to hear from someone like her. But it just shows you it's in bad hands. It truly is. So what's the headline for what she's come out to say in this new interview? Well, it says Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy claims Rey Skywalker / Palpatine, because she's not a Skywalker, not at all, is the heart of Star Wars, and implies film will continue to inject feminism into Star Wars. Because why wouldn't you? It's worked so well so far for Disney Star Wars, hasn't it? So let's have a look at this. Director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, who has been announced to direct the upcoming Rey film featuring Daisy Ridley, recently shared more details about the project and heavily implied it will inject more feminism into Star Wars. Speaking with Variety about her upcoming Diane von Furstenberg documentary. So once again, there you go, she was off doing a documentary because she is not a mainstream movie maker. Obaid-Chinoy detailed what attracted her to the film. Probably a massive paycheck and the chance to inject more of this crap. She said, "The story that interests me most is in Rey's journey as a female Jedi. That's how I can best bring my experiences to it." Right out the gate, you're hearing trouble. So it's the thing that interested her was Rey's journey as a female Jedi. Not just as a Jedi, but female Jedi. And that's how she's going to bring her experiences into it. Joys. She went on to detail who she hopes to attract with this movie. Now, I love all of this part because it's a contradiction in itself, and you'll see why. She says, "The greatest thing about Star Wars is that everyone has a personal connection to it. Everyone is passionate about it, and throughout the fandom, people have clear ideas about who should direct or what the story should be. I'm just drowning out those voices until I'm done. As a storyteller, I'm focused on drawing new moviegoers into the cinema and bringing a sense of nostalgia that will appeal to older fans of the series." What the hell did she just say? So she's basically said, the best thing about Star Wars is everyone. It's for everyone. Everyone feels connected to it. Everyone feels like they can contribute to it and stuff. Yeah, I'm just not going to listen to any of them. I'm not going to listen to the fans. Not until I'm done. So I'm not going to take any feedback whatsoever. Because my goal is to get new audiences in. But then also contradicts herself by saying, but I'm also looking to get nostalgia bait in there so the older fans will enjoy it too. You've just said you're going to drown out the older fans because you want the newer fans. You don't want to hear the older fans. Even though you've said the best part about Star Wars is that they all feel connected personally to it. But you're like, what? What kind of moron is this? But anyway, it goes on that she also discussed the film in another interview where she said, "Sometimes you walk in the footsteps of people and giants who've created worlds. And in this case of Star Wars, George Lucas's world and the filmmakers that have walked in his footsteps have set this world that they want young viewers to sort of walk into and have an understanding of the world." What? What is this woman saying? If I tell you one thing, if this is the level of her writing, holy shit, are we in trouble? How many times did she say world in that one? Christ almighty. She then details what is at the heart of Star Wars. The Star Wars world. Get ready for this one. And at the heart of it, for me, is Rey Skywalker, is Daisy Ridley and her story and taking her on an adventure to a Jedi Academy and sort of creating a world that is a natural dovetail to the story that we've seen her go through the last 3 episodes. Oh, wow. So she thinks Rey is the heart of Star Wars. Are you shitting me? She continued though, and working with Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy and the team over there is breathing life to characters that everyone loves and has fallen in love with, and finding new characters that the next generation of moviegoers will fall in love with. Who are these characters that everyone loves? I tell you one thing, it's none of the original cast, because you got rid of them so fast. Who are the characters that people have fallen in love with? It sure as shit ain't anyone in the Disney Star Wars. And what kind of new characters can you morons come up with that are going to get new moviegoers in? There is no new moviegoers for Star Wars. Apathy has set in 100% with Star Wars. Nobody really cares. We're just covering it because it's interesting to see just how much damage you can inflict on it. And here's where we get more detail of what kind of damage we can expect. So from there, Obaid-Chinoy details who she's been collaborating with to bring the film to life. And the first name she says is, I've had conversations with J.J. Abrams. Sweet Jesus. I've had conversations with George Lucas. Why would George Lucas not be the first name you mention? The guy who created Star Wars. And you name J.J. Abrams ahead of him. There's no way she had conversations with George Lucas about what to do with the movie. So that was probably a, can I get a good look from you? If she actually even spoke with George Lucas. But it gets worse. Because she then says, and of course, Dave Filoni, who's a big part of the Star Wars universe now. We speak very often. And Kathleen Kennedy and Kerry Beck and Simon Emmanuel. Dave Filoni is a massive part of this apparently. Because why wouldn't he be? And it's interesting that they're all saying, oh, he's such a big part of Star Wars now. Because the writer of the last episode of The Acolyte just threw him under the bus and said, he's the reason the episode was shit. Really? Because last I checked, this writer and some other writers' names were the ones on it. Not Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni's just the yes man. He's the one who goes, this is great. So it's interesting to start seeing the kind of let's point the fingers and blame. And she continued anyway, saying, I think the team is really taking time to make sure that we do justice to telling the story of Daisy. I think that she stands for something. We've seen this wonderful journey she went on in episodes 7, 8 and 9, and now it's like on the next adventure, and how do we create a world and the adventure that we take her on, she concluded. She's obsessed with the word world. Everything she says is world, the world and this world and that world, and fuck off with your world. I love that she has stated, we are absolutely taking our time because we want to do justice to the story of Rey. Screw Luke Skywalker's story. Screw Han Solo and Leia's story. No. We didn't want to do justice for them. We just want to do justice for the new characters. The characters nobody cares about. This just sounds awful. And with more Dave Filoni into, is Ahsoka gonna pop up in this thing? I wouldn't be surprised. Don't forget Ahsoka did speak to Rey in Rise of Skywalker, which meant she should have been dead. And of course Dave Filoni ran out as quickly as he could. No, it doesn't. And everyone was like, it does, because they were the voices of all the Jedi that were past. Oh, I hate it so much. As far as I'm concerned, there's only 6 movies for Star Wars. Episode 1 to episode 6. That's it. There's nothing after that. Screw this Disney crap. It's not Star Wars. And people go, well, why do you keep watching it then? No, I'm watching the show to review it for you guys. And for anyone else that wants to hop on and just see someone else's. If you enjoy it all you want, you know. But even the shills are starting to kind of turn a bit on it. Look at their reactions, how fake their reactions were to the last episode of The Acolyte. They were all, oh my god, a Wookiee Jedi, this is going to be so fantastic, we're going to see him fight and stuff. And then they were all like, if they kill him off, oh my god, I'm going to... And then, of course, he was killed off camera. And you never saw him fight. You could see how pissed they all were. But they still had to try and defend the shouters. I still love this episode. And you could clearly see, no they don't. How could you love an episode that was just people walking through a forest talking? Like, it was so ridiculous. But with everything Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy is saying, it's just red flags everywhere. Like, she has said nothing in the vein of, well, I love Star Wars because the history and the world they created and the ships and the characters and the character development. No, it was all, oh, I just can't wait. And the thing that interests me was the story of a female Jedi that I can stick my experiences into. Wow, I can hardly wait for this movie to probably never come out. Anyway, with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Ugh, I really hate what they're doing to Star Wars and what they've done to it. But anyway, cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.